Happy Thursday, children. So, I don't have any more books about saying please or saying thank you or writing thank you letters or anything like that. So, I thought we would just skip right into Pete the Cat's Train Trip. It's another Pete the Cat story, again by James Dean. He's the author. What did he do for the story? Yes, he wrote the words. Good job. I'm glad that you're paying attention and that you remember. So, Pete the Cat. He's a cat, right? If it's called Pete the Cat's Train Trip, what do you think he's going to be traveling on? In a car? On a bike? On a horse? With a dog? Oh, he's going to be traveling on a train. So, if you're traveling on a train, where do you think you could go if you're traveling on a train? Probably somewhere further away. Or somewhere you would like to travel on a train. Where do you think Pete's going to go? I don't know. Let's find out. Pete the Cat is going to visit his grandma. He gets to ride on a train. So, he has to pack some bags. He's going to visit grandma. He's got to go to the train station. It says tickets. Pete's mom buys 3 tickets. She gives one to Pete and one to his brother, Bob. I didn't know Pete had a brother named Bob. Did you know Pete had a brother named Bob? So she gave Pete one and Bob one. Who gets the 3rd ticket? Who do you think? Probably the mom. You're right. Pete looks up at the big board. Our train is leaving at 10 o'clock, he says. So it's leaving at 10 o'clock. Small hand is pointed a little bit after the 9, and the big hand is on the 5. So, for those of you who remember how to read a clock, what time is that? 9:25, exactly. So they have 35 minutes until the train leaves. A train speeds by. That's a cargo train, Bob tells Pete. So, what do you think a cargo train is? Looks kind of big. So it's traveling on by. Pete's train has arrived. All aboard, calls the conductor. So everybody's getting on. So Bob, Pete, and the mom are getting on board. Where are they going again? I can't remember. Oh yeah, to see grandma. Okay, I forgot. Pete's mom finds 3 seats. I can't wait to see grandma, says Bob. I can't wait to explore the train, says Pete. So, it looks like mom's reading, looks like Bob's drawing, and it looks like he's about to go explore. If you were on a train, would you want to explore it? I would. I don't think I've ever been on a train before, actually. Have you? I'd like to try it sometime. The conductor comes to collect the tickets. Pete hands over his. So, this is a conductor. Pete's handing the ticket. I love trains, says Pete. I'll show you around, says the conductor. So now Pete gets to go with the conductor, and they get to go travel and see the train. I'm so excited to see what it looks like. Are you? Pete follows the conductor from car to car as the floor rumbles under his feet. Why is the floor rumbling, do you think? Yeah, because the train is moving. So when you're in a car, is it always like you just can't feel anything? No, you can feel stuff sometimes. So do you think you'd be able to feel if a train was moving? Of course you would. Wow, Pete says when they get to the caboose. We're going over a bridge. So the caboose, for those of you that may not know, is the very back car in a train. So they're in the very, very back. See how there's nothing behind them anymore? They're in the caboose. So it looks like they're going over a bridge. Pete sees his mom and Bob. They are at the snack bar. I got this for you, says Bob. What did Bob get Pete? Looks like an apple, yeah. So they think they're going to eat some snacks on the train. Look, Pete has the little conductor's hat on now. Looks so cute. Pete follows the conductor. He goes to the front of the train. Come in, says the engineer. Well, I guess his hat looks like the engineer's hat, so I guess he has an engineer hat on. So he gets to look and see what the engineer does. What do you think an engineer would do on a train? Let's see if you're right. Wow, Pete says. The engineer shows him the engine. The engineer shows Pete the train's brakes. There is a tunnel up ahead. So it seems like the engineer would be, driving the train. That's what it sounds like to me. So this says fast, slow, and stop. So they're going into a tunnel. Do you think they want to go faster, slower, or stop? I don't know. Let's see what happens. As they go through the tunnel, Pete gets to honk the horn. Toot, toot. So he gets to honk the horn. So did they stop? No. Did it say they went faster? Oh, it didn't say they went slower either, so maybe they just kept up the same pace. Everything is light again. Thanks for showing me around, Pete says. So why do you think it was dark in the tunnel, but it's light outside of the tunnel? Why do you think? Yeah, it's because if it's a tunnel, there's no light that comes up above because it's a tunnel. So it would be like this. And something goes underneath of it. Is there any light hitting my finger? No, there's no light hitting the top of my finger because there's no way for the light to hit the top of your finger. Exactly. On his way back to his seat, Pete stops and makes new friends. They live in different towns. They are getting off at different stops. So a train can stop at different stops. So meet some cows, a chicken, and a chick. That's what it looks like to me. Pete plays games. A little kid wears his hat. Pete sings a song. So Pete gets to play games. He gives a goat his hat, and then he's singing a song. What a groovy ride. Do you think that sounds like a pretty fun train ride? It does to me. We get off at the next stop, says Pete's mom. Toot toot. Pete looks out the window and sees... What do you think he's going to see out the window if they're getting off at the next stop? Grandma! Pete is the first one off the train. Pete's grandma gives him a big hug. It feels good. Why do you think he's so excited to see his grandma? He hasn't probably seen her for a little bit, so he's very excited. Pete loves riding the train, but he loves his grandma even more. That's so cute. So with your family, see if you can remember some things Pete did on the train. Have a good Thursday. Bye, guys.